Okay, maybe it should be able to. Hey guys, welcome back to day 2 of, teaching myself how to draw. Quick mic test. Maybe. Okay, maybe it should be able to. There we go. We should get started. So, I'm gonna get the music on because, I didn't get copyright striked again. Let's go. All right. Time for another hour. So let me pull up the timer on my phone. I should probably figure out a way to do it as like a stream widget. Low key. Alright. Got the timer started. Let's go, Dreamer. Got 1 cent to your name. So guys, I'm already feeling a lot more confident. It don't look like it, but I'm feeling a lot more comfortable holding this pen. I don't know if it's a placebo of me just saying it, but I'm feeling a lot more like natural with this pencil. This is also part 2 of my Bob Ross commentary. Like, dude, look at that line, bro. That's a beautiful line. Like, obviously right there, it has like a little bump to it, but I'm feeling a lot better. Like, I wouldn't have been able to do that yesterday. So I just want to get a little bit of warm up in, get my lines on point just a little bit. Oh my god. I'm actually able to draw them down now. Kind of popping off right now, guys. You guys don't even know. Like, most of these lines are pretty good. Like, obviously this one right here, this one right here. Not that great. Not that great. I think I'm just gonna tab out Discord cookie. Wait. There we go. But yeah, you see, Dreamer, you see, I'm getting better. I'm getting better. Like, look at my stickman drawing. Oh, hang on. Oh yeah. Like, look at how happy this guy is. He's so happy to be alive. I just need to get better at like actually connecting my circles, because you see like how most of my circles have like that little gap right there. That one was just for display. I'm not really that bad. I just need to get better at like connecting the tails. That's the goal, Dreamer, become an artist. We can auction off my first drawing. I'll tell you one thing I'm really good at, and that's improving at random stuff really quickly. Although I've just been drawing lines since yesterday. I will also not be practicing any off screen, by the way. Completely on stream only. Oh my god. It's a little lopsided right there, but like, where's it? I don't know, man. They just can't handle it. But This is mostly because I'm turning it into a video, and again, I don't have enough hard drive space. I mean, I could just do replay buffers, but I feel like it's more fun and less lonely to stream it. But when I start actually like drawing real stuff, that's when we get to the meat. He's like, so there's also another exercise that I made for myself, and that's just finding a point of reference and drawing lines off of it. Just so I warm up every single direction. How's it going, cloned? So we're still working on lines, guys. We might do some shapes and stuff, but I'm still getting, you know, quite comfortable with the pen. But honestly, it's been paying off. My lines look a lot more confident. Even in like really awkward angles. Like my worst angles are probably these angles right here. For my worst. And also, they don't look too bad either. I draw 30-day lines. This habit. True, let's only do line exercises. I'd like to think that there's like a somewhat difference from yesterday. Like I like to think that it's not as bad as yesterday. Yeah, I draw for 30 days. I trap myself in a room for 30 days until I draw the Mona Lisa. Okay. What if we start with shapes today, guys? So now I'm doing like sponges. Whatever, I didn't connect those two lines. Windows logo, what? No! No, me and Microsoft go way back. High key. Oh snap, that's looking like a tent. Just try like the. Oh hell yeah. I'm an artist now, guys. I see. Mostly just figuring out different shapes at different angles. That's my goal right now. And then we're gonna draw a sphere. A normal one and a drunk one. Yeah, it's a recovering alcoholic tent, guys. Don't judge it. A little bit more. Interesting. Yeah, that's why I need to figure out lines more, is because, like, I know I could use, like, a smoothing tool. But I shouldn't. I shouldn't. Panic attack. So I want to connect these points, and then I want to have it like twist 45 degrees. So this left one right here is going to be up here. Oops. I gotta use my full arm for this. Ran out of wrist room. Go over here. I don't look good. Like these parts over here don't look bad. So if I break down the shapes, because I can break that down into a rectangle right here. And we have like another one over here. So I'm gonna do that real quick. That looks like ass. Okay, hold on. I gotta like lock in. So if I were to do a rectangle, have the angle downwards. Okay. Starting with rectangle number 1. It'd be cool if I can like scoot my screen better. And then if I do another rectangle, let's see, above it. But I want it to start twisting, so I'm gonna make it like a little bit more at an angle. Proceeds to make the biggest angle ever. Let's say like right here. And then if I draw it up from here. Is that the edge of the page? Damn, I made that thing big. Didn't realize I was drawing it that big. So itty bitty rectangle right here. And a bit more at an angle. Oh my God. That's good enough. Give it, all right. So now I'm gonna draw a diamond. Maybe not right there. Now I'm gonna have this point more angled. I'm also gonna start drawing it a little bit curved. Okay. Here, I'm gonna try out new layers, so I gotta figure out the layer. New vector layer. Huh? Let's just do a vector layer. Does that really change anything? So okay, so that's like the selected layer right there. We're gonna be figuring out new functions today too, guys. Animation cells, that's for animation. Tone, use color image. Oh. Oh, okay, so that's how you change the layer color. Oh, okay. That's how that works. So now if we just go through. That looks like ass. So if I try the smoothing now, or stabilization, try that out. Whoa. I gotta figure out hotkeys and stuff, okay. You went out of my room, dude. My dog's in my room. It's not gonna look pretty, but you want out? I'm gonna let my dog out. Pause the timer real quick. Now we're back. And then unpause the timer so I don't forget like last time. I also want to figure out actually using the... So that's the zoom. This is the rotate. So I can, you know, get myself drawing at a more comfortable angle so it's more accurate. I tried doing that in one line. I'm still doing it in one line. Okay. Whatever. We clutch it. It didn't do the twist thing that I wanted it to do. I completely forgot about it. Oh. Actually, we can make something up real quick. So what if I make it a little more extreme? Okay, so how would that look? Not great, but it's better than what I was doing. And also, I need not worry about not great. That don't look that bad. I could probably turn off my synthesization. So now I figured out layers, which is very nice. Okay, so even though I'm drawing in black, it's blue because of the layer color. Subcolor? Huh? Oh, so it makes it purple. Oh, that's sick. Oh. Windows on accident. So my keyboard keeps swapping in between Windows and Mac, which is honestly irritating me, like beyond anything else. Why does it keep doing that? I don't know. So I want to figure out how to disable the layer color. Because it doesn't look like I can. So that's another way for it to not, or for me to set it. Okay. I'm gonna go back to mouse real quick. If I right click this, let's figure out with my mouse real quick. Because I know if I delete it, you know, it's gonna fix it, but oh. Huh. So now I'm stumped. Probably about another half hour. I'm trying to stick to this, doing like, you know, 1 hour a day kind of thing. So I don't plan on streaming for too much longer. Plus, I got food to make pretty soon. I'm trying to do this without looking it up. I know it's not really drawing right now, but I'm still learning the app too. I'm Googling this. I'm Googling it. Okay. Googling it was no help to me, so I'm just going to delete the layer. I'll just make a new layer. I also want to figure out the difference between raster and vector. Pretty stable method, doing 2 to 3 or trying to... Yeah, I get you. I mean, it's sick that you pulled that out of the stream, though. I'm starting completely from scratch. I've not done anything digital before. I mean, sure, I bought Clip Studio, but it's a little bit of an overboard. I'm trying to get comfortable with the pen currently. It's somewhat like an experiment to, you know, learn new things. Because, dude, my Instagram hours are not great. My Instagram Reels hours. So it's like, what if I put 1 hour a day to, you know, learning new skills? So that's what I'm doing with drawing for 30 days. Just 1 hour. Proof that even 1 hour a day, you can learn stuff. Even if it's less than an hour a day, honestly. You can learn a new language if you're consistent with it. It's just consistency, too. Because I'm already getting a lot better at, you know, figuring out lines and stuff like that. Because yesterday's lines were not pretty at all. They were like that. And although they're not perfect, like right here, 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 this goes down, this goes back up. It's a lot different than yesterday's lines. And they're going to be a lot different than tomorrow's lines too. Yeah. A lot of it's like the texture, the friction, because I'm using a non-digital drawing thing. So it's a lot of it's like hand-eye coordination. I have pretty decent hand-eye coordination already as is, but it's still weird that my hand is down here on the desk and the area I'm drawing is like right here on my, like high up on my monitor. So it's like it's still kind of funky. But yeah, again, it's like the friction of, I like the friction of paper, but the one thing I don't like about traditional art is getting the graphite on my hand. That's one thing I'm not a fan of. And art is something I wanted to figure out for like quite a while now. I've just, you know, sat on it. Ooh, that is not a pretty line. And although I can draw like okay on paper, again, I don't really know the fundamentals of art. It's mostly just how I feel and stuff like that, so I can't replicate something. I can make a fluked masterpiece, but I would never be able to recreate it. Because I lack that actual skill. To classes. I got you. Like, I'm trying to think of, like, you know, I'm breaking down into like different groups of like training and stuff like that for the month, because I'm trying to, you know, maximize what I get out of it. And the learning is, so stage 1 is kind of just like figuring out lines, coordination, stuff like that, just so I can actually draw. And then stage 2, I want to figure out more like actual shapes and that kind of stuff and perspective, because I want to figure out 3D space. Because at the end of the day, 3-dimensional anything is just an illusion. Your eyes see in 2 dimensions, but your brain processes depth for you. So this would be the same as if I were to pull up a picture of a cube. Exact same thing. I just want to figure out that illusion to it and to actually, you know, figure out 3-dimensional spaces with it. And then stage 3 of the challenge, that is not how you spell stage. I want to figure out actual like drawing stuff. So let's say like, I don't know, let's do a sponge and see if I can turn that into like a palm or something. The thumb could be over here. You know, actually make like a real drawing. Something that's way out of my skill zone. A dot on the layer and drawing your lines from the... That's actually something that I kind of did earlier. Well, like, mostly just to figure out, you know, my weak spots when it comes to lines. But yeah, that's a really good way. So just a dot and just make like a space out of it. The grid. Yeah, I get you. Because at the end of the day, it's just a ton of like different angled lines. Let's say, I don't know. It's been way too long since I did actual like math. The calculus like 2 years ago. My last math class was statistics. That will definitely help me here. And hopefully by the end of the challenge, I'll not be bombarded with at least I'll have a decent amount of footage to work with. So the reason why I'm streaming this is to save myself on hard drive storage, because recordings cost a lot. I could replay buffer it, but you know, I like company when I do these kinds of things. It's like a accountability kind of thing. I'm also trying to use my around my elbow more and my whole arm versus just my wrist, because my wrist can only go so far, and then also my wrist follows that kind of like guide path. So the more arm I use, the less I get a lot more range of motion. I can go across the entire thing without sacrificing a lot, versus where if I go wrist, it's gonna start curving out at some point. That one was a little more extreme. Or extreme case scenario. Honestly, the one thing I can say about like streaming and doing it is just do it. So something that I taught myself, at least for like presentations and stuff like that, and presenting to a big crowd of people, is that how do you feel when someone else presents? Do you actively listen to every mistake that they make, or do you just kind of like go with it? Because something I learned is that nobody cares. When you're presenting, nobody cares. If you make a mistake or stutter, nobody cares. Everyone there is just fighting to stay awake. And half of them are just playing like Clash Royale on their phone. The mistake of not doing something when you should be doing something is greater than if you were to actually make a mistake. That's kind of like a nice little philosophy there. And honestly, with YouTube, I kind of have like that like perfectionism curse, to where I spend so long on a video and then it just doesn't look right, so I just delete it all. Whereas I'm sure that people are just happy to watch my videos. It's a little bit of an egotistical kind of deal, saying that people are just happy to watch my videos, what they are. And then half the time I give up midway editing because I don't like it, and then I just upload it when it's just some slop. Because I actually like burn out on my bigger pieces and then just never upload those. Yeah, I get you. I'm trying. It's the part of the experiment. If I can inspire somebody to do something, or you know, like be more productive or something, that's my goal. I'm on the anti-rotting arc. I only watched Instagram Reels for about an hour after waking up. I'm still cutting down, man. I'm still cutting down. So who knows? Maybe the video in the end, after I do this whole challenge, will be like, somebody will watch it, hopefully, and be like, oh, I've always wanted to start drawing, but I've been scared. Because I see all these people online, they're posting masterpieces and they make it look so easy. But when I try to do their work or follow their classes and stuff, or I pay $50 a month for lessons from this one person online, and I don't think I'm going anywhere. I'm not using any lessons, and I want to see where I can go. So, like, I'm pretty sure the most I'll do is maybe use like a reference for anatomy or something, because I want to figure out something to do on day 30, you know, like a bigger piece or something on day 30. So maybe I'll pull up like reference images and stuff like that from time to time, but this is kind of also the anti whatchamacallit. Because it's like the fitness influencers or people that are like, buy my lessons on dieting and stuff like that. You'll get abs in 30 days. You won't from their lessons. My goal is just to be inspiring. I'm not gonna sell lessons at the end of the 30 days, like how I learned to draw. No, I'm gonna turn this into a video. Everyone can watch it. Everyone learns differently, so you know, if I were to make lessons, it's not gonna work for everybody. But that's not the point of this. How's it going, Doom? What am I looking at? I'm doing lines right now, so I'm still trying to figure out pen coordination, because I don't know about you guys, but yesterday my lines were not great looking. I've gotten a text message. Hold on. All right, now we can unpause. So we have about 14 minutes left. But a lot of it is yesterday. You can see that my circles had like these really big tails, or when I was doing lines, they would always skew in a certain direction. So like this direction, that kind of. I'm trying to, you know, fix my mind to accept that this isn't going to be on paper. Well, I'm looking parallel to my monitor while my pen is on my desk. Can't judge me, Doom. I'm also a film major, so I'm not really great at it. It's progress. Thank you. Also, one of the things I like most, it's not to be like cringy or anything, but I'm a big fan of learning. If I'm not learning something, I get bored really easily. I'm also finally able to connect these corners. So yesterday, I also tried doing these X's to figure out, you know, coordinating, getting from one corner to one corner without it looking super sloppy. I was really bad at it. Exactly. So like anything from video editing, video design, I'm pretty good at Photoshop. So I don't know if that counts as art or anything, but I do like thumbnails, that kind of stuff. I have certificates in Illustrator and Animate, but the thing is, those do not qualify to art quality. It's just the application fluency. Fluency is the word. I don't know why I started on it. You're not quick to judge. Great. It counts as art. I'm cheating. I'm not a beginner. But this is more like actual like hands-on art, where instead of masking that kind of stuff. Sketchbook in the Discord, we don't have that. Damn. Yeah, cooking is an art, dancing is an art. I find art to be anything that you use to express anything. So, I don't know. Movies that pull at heartstrings, that's an art. Because it's a way that you're expressing emotion other than, you know, yelling at someone with that emotion. Acting is an art. Books are art. Not that banana taped to a wall kind of art. The art for that, I'm pretty sure, is the fact that people replace that banana precisely. That part is the art, but you still can't sell me a friggin' $4 million banana. Appreciate it. I want to try doing this daily every single day, but I don't know. There may be some schedule conflicts. Today I'm a little later than normal, so I might take a little lunch break here in a second, right before the hour mark. Who knows? And also something I want to get figuring out a lot is, you know, judge me all you want for like the anime designs and stuff like that. A lot of it's just, if this is like a side perspective at its bare minimum, and then you can get like the nose bridge. I don't know. I'm not at that stage yet. For 7 users, damn. I did a little bit of writing and stuff like that. My first story, it was in when I was like, what was it? It was like in 2014 when Five Nights at Freddy's came out. Everyone had their Five Nights at Freddy's arc. I wrote like a little Five Nights at Freddy's like fan story. It's so bad. I'm glad that was lost to time. But also another thing is I was gonna originally do this on like Krita or like something free. But what sold me on Clip Studio Paint was the fact that there's actual animations and stuff like that. And also, you can export to Webtoon, so who knows? I'll be a Webtoon author too. I'll make big bucks, dude. That's not how that works. So I want to try connecting these points, actually. That was not a beautiful line. Security, I see. I'm not really up to date on the new FNAF games. I've seen Secret of the Mimic gameplay, but that's because Corey played it. Shout out Corey Kenshin. Shogun #1, dude. He's the only YouTuber I've ever bought merch of. I have a Spooky Scary Sunday shirt. I have the volumes for Monsters We Make. Kind of the reason why I wanted to get into like what the hell am I doing? Whatever. It's my hungry brain, that's what's going on. Like, why is there that triangle there? That's not how squares work or cubes work. But so far my lines feel a lot more confident. There's a lot less of super small errors, like little teeny little shakes as I go along. A lot of it is just me still, you know, figuring out arms and stuff like that. But there's a lot less of these kinds of mistakes and more of the waves. Yeah, that by far is my worst angle, right here. Going up left is my worst. The moral of the story is if someone's trying to sell you something, heed more caution to them. So like, I don't know, buy my drawing lessons, master drawing in 30 days, lose 20 pounds in a week. The only way that 20 pounds in a week person isn't scamming you is if they like rip out your kidneys. That's sure gonna work. That is the surefire way to losing 20 pounds in a week. But yeah, stick with me on the 1 month, guys. It's gonna turn into like one of those like fridge drawings. Oh. I want to say like around like where I'm streaming now. So starting like an hour ago, sometimes around there. I want to say usually like an hour before that. I try to stream earlier. I'm in PST, so right now it's about noon. I'd like to start streaming earlier, and I'm currently on winter break. I'm home for the holidays. Once my classes start back up. I do have a Discord server, however, it's no pressure to join it. It does notify everybody when I do go live. Sometimes it notifies randomly when the stream processes, which is kind of weird. I need to figure that out. Got pinged like 11 at night last night. It was... Ugh. But yeah, I want to say around this time normally. If not, it's going to be a little earlier, like an hour or two earlier. Because I like to do it early in the day, because it gives me the most, like, I don't know, free time that I have less responsibilities to take care of. Oh boy, that was a gruesome line. Gotcha. This is definitely my weak suit. All of these lines. And I know I can just rotate, and then I don't ever have to do my weak side. I can always just do my strong side, but that's not the point of learning. If I was doing like an actual art piece, then yeah. Maybe I would consider rotating it and doing it from a strong side. Wait. Uh-oh. I rotated it 180. It didn't do anything. There we go. Like if I actually wanted the lines to look pretty, then yeah, I would rotate it. It's mostly like streaming, but there is like a big community part to it. It's not super duper active, but I'm trying to revive it. I kind of took a little bit of a break. I can get an invite going real quick. Here's that for you. you would like. Like, I'm trying to build, you know, a good community around it. There's a pictures channel. I want to get like an, oh yeah, there's also an art channel. That one's, I gotta undust it, dust it off. Hasn't been a whole lot in there. It's mostly for like talking to everyone in my community kind of thing. Good morning, Rain. We're at 59 minutes. Oh, never mind. We just hit the 1 hour mark. Okay, 10 off. Keep it chill for now. I get you. I get you. So, that was day 2. Being really strict. It's actually 1 hour and 7 seconds, but I got you. It's fairly small. There's a few people here and there chatting. Maybe like once a day. But there is an art channel. If you'd be interested, then go for it. It's pretty tight knit, you know. So, oh, you're so tired, I bet. All right, that is it for day 2, guys. So day 3, I want to see how much better, you know, my lines could get. Maybe I'll do like a few like warming up exercises, and then I can figure out a bit more to do with shapes. And then we could do that for like, I don't know, a week or something. On Christmas, I do want to do a little Christmas drawing. It could be my little benchmark. We could do a little Santa sleigh, house, tree, Christmas tree, present. I don't know, man. But yeah, that is going to be wraps for today's stream. I do have lunch to make. Trying to Discord. No problem. Have a good one. It was nice that you came by. It means the world to me.